Hey y'all, I just finished reviewing stage 2 of your final projects, which were due last night. So before I go into my noon meeting, which will last me for the remainder of my workday, I wanted to record a quick video and send this out to you so you can kind of get some of my whole class feedback and review my personal feedback if I left you some, and then that way you just kind of have a better idea of what you need to do to revamp your stage 2. So I have some notes on different papers and screens. So I'm going to be looking around here a little bit. All right, for starters, I did have a few people that did not submit stage 2. You get credit for submitting stage 2 if it's complete. Even if it's wrong, you would have gotten some credit for submitting. And the fact that you didn't submit gives me no ability to give you any kind of feedback whatsoever. So that's not a great thing here when we're talking about a final project that is worth 15% of your final grade. So if you miss the submission of stage 2, you need to get busy. We have a late work deadline in this course, and that deadline is next Tuesday. So it's the Tuesday right before Thanksgiving. There is not a session deadline. So last night was session 11. Then we're going to skip next Tuesday for a session deadline. The only thing that is due next Tuesday is any sort of late work. There's a whole section in Moodle devoted to that. It's called the late work deadline. You'll see it in Moodle. You need to go through the gradebook very carefully, and you need to find those items that you need to submit or resubmit. So those 100-point assignments are what can be submitted for late work. You need to submit them in their correct links in Moodle, and then you need to email me once you have submitted something late, because if I don't get your email, then I don't know you're ready for me to grade. So please make sure you notify me. Stage 1 and stage 2 of your final projects do qualify for the late work policy. So if you missed turning in stage 2 last night, you can turn it in by next Tuesday. I'm looking at another calendar at the moment. Next Tuesday, and you will at least get partial credit for it. So something is better than nothing. Go back, get it done. All right. So some of you will see that you took a little bit of a hit on stage 2 because you turned it in unfinished, and I'm just giving you feedback on what you turned in. So if you turn something in with a section blank, of course I don't have any feedback for you on that other than you got to do it. So you guys did great on your images. The reason why I had you pull up those images is because you probably are going to want to use some sort of images in your Google Slides presentation, which is part of the part 3 or the stage 3. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure that you watch those stage 3 videos in Moodle. One thing that I do want to address holistically to most is the annotated bibliography. So remember, that was 3 articles, and then that was 3 sets of multimedia content. Make sure that your summaries are actual summaries, and I don't mean one sentence, and I don't mean just a few things. I mean it's a paragraph summary. This would explain to me the gist of that article or of that video multimedia content if I was to read it. Make sure that you are not copying and pasting an abstract from those journals into this section, because this is supposed to be your writing, all right? And just beef those summaries up. Some of you turn annotated bibliographies in and they were fine. They earned the points, but they really need to, those summaries really need to be beefed up, okay? So that would definitely be something that I would suggest. Always double check your links. All right, so number 4 in stage 2. I'm not exactly sure what happened here, but I saw this happen quite a bit, so I want to address it. And I've gone back through to try to figure out like where that went wrong in my directions, and I can't quite figure out where that happened. So if this happened to you and you want to chat with me about it, that would be great. Just kind of clear it up. But for number 4 in stage 2, some of y'all just put in your sources. There was no writing. There was no explanation in the multi-paragraph form explaining your social problems and how it affects the family unit. So I don't know if maybe that was just an oversight or I don't know, but go back to number 4 in stage 2 and make sure. I'm going to read the directions off. It says, provide in a multi-paragraph form an explanation of how the social problem you selected affects the family unit. So number 4, if it's one paragraph, it needs to be expanded. I'm not telling you to write a 5-page paper on this, but it does need to be a multi-paragraph expansion here. Okay. When we look at macro and micro factors and the super micro factors, so the the individual factors, y'all go back through there. I really have seen bulleted list work better for this. It is in the directions. It does say bulleted list. So you might just want to go back through there and kind of readjust a little bit. The micro section, you're going to do paragraph form, but the macro and the micro, so number 5, bulleted lists work better. For number 6, that's super micro. The paragraph form is probably going to be better. So I kind of saw some of you use some and some of you use others. Just go back through and double check that for me. All right. That is all of the feedback that I have for you right now. I am headed out of town. I'm going to be in a meeting this afternoon, and then I'll be off campus and off work Thursday, Friday. I'll be out of town also on Saturday and Sunday. I will not return to work until Monday. I did send an email to you about that. I just want you to know, if you email me, I'm going to be out of place, and so I will not respond to you like I normally do. I just feel like it's my responsibility to let you know that, so you're not worried that I didn't get your email. So go back to stage 2. For the most part, you had a fantastic start. Beef it up, revamp the areas that you need to, submit if you haven't done so already, and then make sure that this beefed up, corrected, perfectly formatted stage 2 is ready for your submission in session 13. All right, y'all have a fantastic Wednesday. I can't even tell you what day of the week it is. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Shoot me an email if you need me. Other than that, I will look forward to hearing from those of you who take advantage of the late work deadline on Tuesday.